Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, today I decided to leave the studio a bit so that I can do these videos outside, because and where I'm standing is Jacaranda grounds. Now this is where, remember these videos of the team Jacaranda, the Bungala Wananchi, this is where normally they transact their business. And I can tell you here that things are not so good. I'm going to tell you, because I want to have the feel of what exactly. We know some of us, when we say in the closed door studios that things are bad, mambo ni tofauti, some people don't buy it. I can tell you, I found here a number of people, young people, seated, and really, hakuna kazi. I think the political class must stop the sweet talk and put things in order, because mambo ni mbaya. I can tell you, I have a span of how the area is, and I can tell you it's not a very good picture. It's something that it should be worrying even to the government of the day. Now, fast forward, I want us to look at a matter that emerged yesterday. I want us to look at something that a story that developed yesterday. Remember, in July, CS Kindiki and the police sector confirmed that they indeed raided some houses in Karen looking for some guns that allegedly had been used during the protests. And one of the houses that was raided was the home to Jomo, the son to the fourth president, Uhuru Kenyatta. And it really caused an uproar, even Uhuru Kenyatta driving himself in the wee hours of the night to the son's home in Karen to protect, or rather to find out what exactly had happened. And according to those who were behind that operation, they were allegedly looking for some guns, and they questioned, the political class later came out and questioned why Jomo had some number of guns that were not even specified. And so after making that raid, they allegedly asked for the Jomo to surrender the guns, and I think the political pundits argued that the real intention was not even to acquire those guns, but it was just bordering some harassment, you know. And so what happened later on, according to reports, is that the guns that Jomo had are supposed to are supposed to only expire. The ownership is only supposed to expire on 27th April 2024. So what they did through Ngatia, they went to court to seek orders that will stop the state from acquiring those guns, from snatching those guns from Jomo, because probably they were for personal protection. Of course, I will not profile because I don't know how many were really in question. So believe me, things have changed, and now as we speak, the government have been found in a very tight corner, and the head of the licensing board, gun licensing board, is actually saying that they didn't have any intention, and of course the court case that was presented by the Kenyatta family, they didn't have, will not stand trial, because they did not have any intention to snatch any gun from anyone from Uhuru Kenyatta's family. And when the case that was presented there, they also seeking orders for Attorney General to bar the state, or rather to stop the state from illegally acquiring, or rather snatching those guns from them. So the gun drama has turned into a blame game, and now any other government office that was involved in it is now running away, shying away, and saying, we are not going to. Now, of course, this is not something that will surprise me, because I want to tell you in this podcast why there are three reasons why Dr. William Samoei Ruto will not land into such a political blunder by messing with anyone from Uhuru Kenyatta's family. We've always said here that we have a president in this country, and we are not in a banana republic. There are some institutions that, by the virtue of them being there, you cannot rub away the fact that the left-handed man, Uhuru Kenyatta, was the 4th president of Republic of Kenya. You can say everything in your campaign trail, and you can do every monkey business around that, but you cannot rub off. And Uhuru Kenyatta is a man that still needs that respect. So, there is something that I think the UDA team have actually realized, that it's not going to be politically tenable to go after Kenyatta family, and they will not meddle with that, because number one, Uhuru Kenyatta family attack would actually brew political aggression. Because I want to tell you this, today you go and snatch, you compromise. Let's not even talk about snatching. Let's say you compromise the security profile of Uhuru Kenyatta's son or child. So, and to a person, leadership is what is national, but when you touch someone's family, you get to a score. I want us to reason. Let's just be logical. Today, if someone is to attack your child and compromise the security of your child, even if you are not in the political power, I'm telling you, it hits differently. And so, if such a thing happen, and the security of Uhuru Kenyatta's son or daughter is compromised, do you want to believe me? Do you want to believe that Uhuru Kenyatta will still be the calm Uhuru that you are seeing? Of course, he can go out of your imagination, and he knows very well that would actually propagate aggression. And this is something that I think even William Ruto said no, because remember, they all made a big political propaganda, and they actually created a mountain out of something that did not exist, that the former president was actually sponsoring Mandamano. Where was it? So if he was sponsoring Mandamano and there was nothing like that, so in this case that you touch a child, what's going to happen? Number two, there is something that I think Dr. Ruto knows very well, that you cannot wipe out completely Uhuru Nation. Uhuru was in government for 10 years. And not 10 years, by the way. He's been in government for more than 10 years. But in 10 years, he was a president. 5 years, he was a deputy prime minister. Some 5 years, he was an MP. At some 5 years, he was an opposition leader. And before that, the father was a president. So what are we saying? William Ruto has realized that you cannot wipe out Uhuru Nation. And in any attempt that you will fall into that trap of compromising the security details of the former president, you will actually fall into that trap of facing the shame. I know very well that a case has been taken. Look at the caliber of the judge, the caliber of the lawyer that is representing Kenyatta family. Ngatia is a man who represented Uhuru Kenyatta during the ICC. And so it still tells you that the court might even turn against you in that move, because by any virtue of going, it's not selective. And of course, in this country, everyone else knows that there are quite a number of guns that are being acquired, firearms, the people that are holding firearms even against the law. But the mere fact that someone comes from Kenyatta family, it will not go, because he knows very well that Uhuru Kenyatta's still network is deep entrenched in government. Lastly, William Ruto must be wary of Mount Kenya rebellion. And I've always said that despite the fact that Kenyatta got a number of many votes from the mountain, not Kenyatta, William Ruto got many votes from Mount Kenya, does not guarantee that this is a region that can turn against you. I can tell you, if there is a political region in this country that in the next 2 elections will turn as a swing vote, that is Mount Kenya, because it's very volatile. If they turn against their president, a man who had been in power for almost 10 years, a man they had touted as a dynasty, then tell me, what will the son of Sugoi pitiad through the same people if they go after? And you know, Kenyans, there is something called political empathy. Political empathy is about Kenyans seem to support that person that is being attacked or the person that is being deemed as vulnerable. And so he knows very well that this will be a ground that can brew Mount Kenya rebellion. And no one will fall into such a trap of going after Kenyatta family. I was telling someone that it's not that simple. It's not something that even William Ruto will attempt to do. Thank you guys. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our video. Thank you.